beatbox myself. Hello everyone, this is Real Trinitron here. I said my real name in the last outing, which I shouldn't do that. But let me know what you hear, or what you think about my soft-spoken voice. It's probably a lot more like deep and masculine than you're expecting, right? But I like my voice a lot. I'm very proud of it, and it's something that I really, really like. Anyways, besides that, I play League of Legends. I am the most masculine Aatrox ODB, by the way. I have so much time on Aatrox. I am the best, better than the rest. I also play Mundo. I play Yorick. Yeah, call me a disgusting animal. I don't care. I am an animal. I am disgusting. And I hope you like this Sharky. It's very cute, right? Very cute. Blah. You know. But besides the point, I play a lot of Overwatch too. Well, I used to, not much anymore, but like, I'm a Doomfist ODB. I play lots of Doomfist, and he's like, and it's so fun. I have not tried Marvel Rivals yet, and I won't, out of like pure spite. But anyways, besides that, what else can I say really? What should I talk about first? CRTs, right? Okay. I have 5. 1 TV, and it's pretty good. It's pretty modern. Well, modern. It was made like 23 years ago. I have 2 of these really like cheap portable ones. They're like this big, like roughly that big. And I have 2 monitors, right, that I love. This is a 17-inch Sony Trinitron. That's pretty good. But the pride and joy of my collection, I will showcase in another video, but like the pride and joy of my collection is my HP 1130, and that thing is the most beautiful thing, right? I have a little game when I like talk to strangers, right? Like in class or whatever. No, I'm like random people in public. But sorry. I like to ask them, right? I have a good guess on the specs on this thing, like what resolution, the refresh rate, and all that mumbo jumbo. And people say like 480p, they say like 60 hertz. Some guy even said 20. I'm like, what? I told them this is one of the best ever made. And when I tell them that like this thing can do like 2K 144p, it can do like 170 hertz. And the thing is, right, I love about these things, they are overclockable. You can overclock these things. Sorry, I'm getting a little excited. I just love them. I love them. But besides the point, they have some really cool, unique advantages, right? But I'll save that yapping for the CRT special. Okay. Anyways, I also like to do some sculpting, and I have a little medallion, like, Christian, right? Let me just take it off. Give me a second, sorry. Here you go. It's a grommetry medallion. It's grommet. If you like it, I like it a lot. And I've been working on a bowl out of Chica, but like it's kind of crumbling apart. Oh, let me see if I can lift it. God damn. conversation with me. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll talk to you. But I had like no interest in doing anything with her. No interest at all, because I'm only 19 and she's like a full decade older than me. Voice crack, sorry. She's a full decade older than me, and I didn't have any intention of doing anything with her at all. And the thing is, like, I've never been in like a physical relationship before, like, at all. I've never been on a date or anything. I've had like a long distance girlfriend for a couple months, but I don't know. I don't want to get into it now. I'll get into it later in a different video or something. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I didn't really catch the hint that she was into me. Like, I wasn't dressed like this at all, by the way. This is like not how I look in public, but like, yeah, I look like a how can I say it? Like a safari guy, you know, like Curious George, the yellow guy, but like more like a brownish kind of clothing, I guess, without that. And then she was mentally ill, right? Like very mentally ill. And so I was just being nice. And then, by her own admission, by the way, I'm not saying this to insult her. This was her own words. She tells me that she has like brain damage. I don't remember how exactly, but I know that her ex-boyfriend was like, abusive. And the reason that topic was brought up is because, like I said, I drink a lot of milk, which is very true. And then she was like, oh no, I hate people that drink milk because my ex-boyfriend was very abusive and everything. And then, yeah, and then and then she tried to feed me stuff. I was like, bro, like, don't. It's like, bro, don't try to do that to me. I'm just a boy. I'm a 19-year-old boy that's sober forever. The only thing I do is Ritalin, but that's prescribed because I have ADHD. And don't you know that, like, 19 and 29 is like 10 years, bro. You could be like, I wouldn't say mother, but like my older sister or something. Like, I could be like your niece or nephew. But yeah. She starts trying to feed me stuff, and then like grabs my shoulder, like, you're so funny. And then that's when I got like really uncomfortable. So my friends, who I just met that week, by the way, came in to rescue me. And then at the end, it was like she starts cleaning our table. She cleans our table, and then she gets pissed at us for some reason. Like, we saying, "Oh, don't worry about it. We can handle it, right? Like, you don't need to do all this stuff for us." One second, I got a burp. Yeah, like, we tell her, like, don't worry, we got it. And then, by that point, I left with, like, 3 or 4 other people to, like, you know, stop her. And then she goes to my other mate. He's like, hey, let's do some stuff tonight. And the guy was just like, nah, I'm not, like, doing that kind of stuff. And then she called him a pussy. She called him a pussy. And then she I left at that point, and then she goes into she starts like having an altercation with my course demonstrator. And she's like, oh, by the way, she's like, is being firm and everything. And yeah, she handled the situation. She had like a massive spasm, and then the pub owner came in and like separated her and took her to like a different room. And this is what like my friends said, because like they were there for it. They said that like the pub owner like told her that like, you're ruining their time. Like, this is gonna be their memory for life of this place, which was like a pretty desolate. Like, it wasn't desolate. It was like a couple 10,000 people or whatever. But like, it's a pretty tourist heavy place. So like, they depend on like visitors, right, for their economy. And they sexy chick away from me. um, and yeah, that was basically that. But like, oh look, I'm gonna say this right. I'm a bit naive and autistic, so I didn't catch the hint. But like, I was just trying to be nice. Like, I don't even do hookups. Like, I could, but I don't because it's just yucky to me. I don't like it. I'm a pure innocent boy. That's what they were called because like they haven't found any for a long time. Oh, shark bait. And eventually, they found one after we left, and I think they found another one as well, thankfully. But yeah, like, okay, enough about the field trip. One more thing about the field trip, it's like, you meet so many cool people. You meet, like, the one thing about the field trip you realize is like, you meet so many cool people, right? Like, if I didn't go, I wouldn't know these guys at all. Like, I didn't know a single person. Well, I knew one guy that was supposed to go, but he got like sick the day before, so he couldn't go. And I was like, bruh, that guy's a bit of a cuckoo anyway. Like, he's like, I'm a politically like centrist person, right? Like, I don't really care that much about politics. Well, I do care, but I'm not invested in it, you know. Like, and the guy's just like, yeah, they're bringing Sharia law into the UK and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, right? Like, okay, you know what? Believe what you want. I don't really care. Well, like, if I'll respect you as a person. I won't respect your beliefs. You know what I mean? Like, I work fine with the guy. I have no problems, but like, I don't agree. You know. But besides the point. Yeah, like, we had so much fun. We did cooking. I was like cutting out onions, salad, steaks, that kind of stuff. And the thing was, technically, since we weren't on a like national park, technically speaking, we get to collect the bones. We can collect bones, so many bones. Like, I got like a dingo head, I got a dingo, a skull, a fox, a cat, and a kangaroo femur. There were so many dead kangaroos. It's like crazy. So many. It's because we have the world's longest fence down here in Australia called the dingo fence, and it basically like segregates like the lamb, like the sheep side of the country from the cow side of the country. I mean, there's cows and the sheep on both sides, but like more on the other, you know, because of the dingoes. The dingoes like to kill sheep because all the rabbits died out. They need meat, right? So they kill all the sheep now. And to keep the sheep safe, they made a massive fence, and the owner of the house before the university came in to, like, you know, take it or whatever, used to kill dingoes. Or if they crossed the border, which he technically had to anyway, so can't blame him. But the reason why that's a bad thing, right, is because the dingoes are the only creature. They're the only creature that kills the kangaroos and keeps the population in check. Without them, you get massive spikes, like ninja low deeper fade in like kangaroo population, stuff like that. And like, there's too many of her. There's too many, and they have a lot of babies. And then there's like a big drought, like 5 years ago before COVID, and that basically like plunged the population down to like, it was like 1.4 million people, kangaroos, not people, in that single state alone, like that one area, 1.4 million, down to like 100,000. And they were like, the demonstrators were there, like they actually lived there. They were saying like, yeah, you kind of have to fight like these like dying kangaroos as they were like trying to like cross into like your house, because they can smell the water. Yeah, it's like that bad. And they were saying like all imagine me, just like you're on the operating table. I'm like, open wide area. And I like in your mouth or whatever. Like, not like that, but like, like an actual dentist. I have a lab coat actually. I can put that on next video or something if you like. Yeah. Honestly though, like, the reason why I'm kind of doing this, right, like this whole like Femboy ASMR, is because like I want like a side hustle, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing this. I love it. It's actually pretty fun. I like to feel pretty. And like, Laura, I am very pretty. But yeah, I like to have a little side hustle going on, so I can like, well, first of all, look, the main goal of this channel, right, is because it's named the Rio Trinitron, right? And there's a holy grail called the FW900 CRT. It's a Sony monitor. It's not modern, but like it's widescreen monitor, and it can do like 144p. And it's a CRT from like 25 years ago. And I'm like, oh my god, oh, it's my dream. It's really my dream to own that thing, but it's so expensive. It's like $8,000 there's how many billions of people alive now? So many billions. And you'll never know their stories. So, give me your anonymous definitions about the meaning of life. Because I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. Oh, by the way, like, I'm recording this on my laptop, and I've got like a Jerry Riggs video where it's like scratching the Google Pixel 10 or whatever it's called, the folding one, I think. Just scratching in the background. It's been like on loop for the past hour, so like it doesn't turn off because like, yeah, I don't know why I did that. I'm kind of skibbity in the brain sometimes, but you know, sorry about that. Okay, look, the one thing I'm very proud of is like my waist, like my waistline is like so good. Oh my god, look at that, look at that waist, look at these waist. Never seen, oh my god, yeah, never seen a guy with this kind of waistline, have you? I mean, you probably have, but like, you gotta use what God gives you, you know, and this is what God has given me. Like, several mental illnesses. And these like thighs. So I hope you enjoy the view, but not too much. Not too much, because like I have like a, you know, I'm fine with a little, but not too much. If you guys have like, okay, how about this? I'm gonna go in like 2 minutes, right? So, how about this? Why don't you guys tell me about your, about about like, give me some feedback. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like. Maybe you can talk about like, if you have any questions, I'll answer any appropriate questions that I feel like that's like, you know, that I want, really. I'm not obligated, okay? I have the right to review service, and, you know, I'm a human being. I can do what I want. But no, I'm joking. I appreciate it if you do that. I very much appreciate it. It's endearing that, like, I don't know, if you're still watching up to this point, thank you. Thank you means a lot. It really does mean a lot. Anyways, I'll let you off the hook. Okay, the guy's going crazy on the mower. I don't know if you can hear it, but like, he's going crazy. He's like, you know, Plants vs Zombies, right? He's just like, he'd be like Gargantua with a he's like prime Gargantua. Like, every lane, he's just like destroying his own plants, bro. Destroying them. Not a single blade of grass goes untouched. That man is mowing. Like, it's so loud too. Like I guarantee you, like the NASA astronauts can still hear that. What the F, dude? What the dip? What the dip? What the dip? Oh, anyways, I guess I am done though, right? Yeah. Okay. As I was saying, before the guy rudely interrupted,